A 14-foot tiger shark bit her left arm just below the shoulder, cleanly severing the entire limb. Despite blood pouring from the bite, she stayed calm and paddled back to shore with the help of friends. After being rushed to the hospital, doctors discovered she had lost 60% of her blood and fought to save her life. And against all odds, she survived. Just 1 month after the attack, she returned to surfing with determination, adapting her technique. The skin is carefully cut from your forehead, and this forehead flap stays attached to a blood vessel to keep it alive. It's then folded down to cover the hole in your nose where the skin cancer was removed. It's attached in place with stitches, and your forehead is sewn back together. Over the next few weeks, the skin begins to heal with the blood vessel feeding it nutrients. And once it's strong enough, it's cut away from your forehead, leaving you with a brand new nose. You should actually be saving your poop instead of flushing it away. And you can do this by giving your doctor a deposit. Later in life, if you get an infection in your gut, your doctor can thaw and prepare your sample. Then they'll transplant the good poop into your gut. This repopulates your gut with good bacteria that will fight the infection and potentially save your life. If you took a few bones out of your body, you might think you'd instantly collapse inward, but your skeleton has 206 bones, and most are small and insignificant. You could remove some tiny bones in your ears and the tips of your fingers and still function normally. And if you get rid of your arm and leg bones, your torso would still be somewhat intact. But if you took out your pelvis, spine, and skull, you would no longer have the framework that supports your body. A doctor applies the liquid nitrogen directly to the wart, which can cause the skin to blister. This process destroys the wart tissue by freezing it, which kills the cells. And over the next few days, the dead tissue will start to peel away. The body then begins to heal the area underneath, and new skin forms. In a week or two, the wart will fall off, leaving behind the healthy skin. He pried open the giant clam to reveal a massive pearl. His anchor had gotten stuck on what he thought was a rock, but when he swam down to free it, he found treasure instead. He took it home and stashed it under his bed, not knowing its worth. But over 10 years later, a house fire revealed his secret, and he found out it was the largest pearl ever found, weighing over 75 pounds and worth $100 million. She accidentally swallowed a whole fish head, and it got stuck in her throat. But this fish had spikes, and they acted like hooks lodging inside her. Doctors knew they couldn't just yank it out. Instead, they carefully chopped the fish head into small bits with special tools. With a scope guiding them, the doctors used forceps to grab each piece. They slowly pulled the pieces out one by one, and the woman recovered. If you fall off of a cruise ship, you could hit at 40 miles per hour, quickly submerging you deep into the water. But if you manage to make it back up, the ship will most likely be too far away, making it almost impossible to be seen. Now, if someone saw you fall, they will stop the ship, but these rescue efforts can take a long time, so you'll have to wait in the ocean for hours, if they find you at all. A 23-foot python ambushed a woman, constricting her limbs tightly and swallowing her whole. Searchers found her sandals and machete scattered on the ground, but saw no sign of her. Soon after, they spotted the massive python nearby, with an unusually swollen belly. Suspecting the worst, the villagers killed the snake and decided to investigate. And when they cut it open, they were horrified to discover the missing woman's body inside, fully intact. She was walking her bike as the drawbridge began to open. As the gap widened, she became trapped between the sections. She clinged to the edge as she screamed for help, but the bridge kept moving. One man rushed to grab her, but couldn't hold on without falling himself. She eventually slid into the opening and vanished to her death. The operator later admitted she hadn't checked the walkway before raising the bridge. If you feel a blockage in your nose, you might have a huge booger stuck in your nostril. And this happens when you breathe in dust and your nose traps it in mucus to keep your airways clear. As mucus continues to collect debris, it thickens, and nasal hairs normally help move it toward the front of your nostrils. But sometimes the mucus can dry out, causing it to harden and form a thick, sticky mass. Over time, as more particles get trapped, this mass can grow larger, forming a massive booger in your nostril.
If you took out both of your lungs and somehow unraveled all of the tiny air sacs, most people say that it would completely cover an entire tennis court. Now, this fun fact has been around forever, but the average size of the surface area of both of your lungs is only about 1,000 square feet, and the size of a singles tennis court is around 2,100 square feet, meaning your lungs would only cover about half of the court.